Question 1. When merging onto a highway, you should A. Speed up to match the flow of traffic. B. Slow down and wait for a gap in traffic. C. Stop and wait for a gap in traffic. Answer: A. Speed up to match the flow of traffic. When merging onto a highway, you should speed up to match the flow of traffic and merge when it is safe to do so. Question 2. When approaching a stopped school bus with its red lights flashing, you must A. Slow down and proceed with caution. B. Stop at least 20 feet away from the bus. C. Pass the bus on the left side. Answer: B. Stop at least 20 feet away from the bus. When approaching a stopped school bus with its red lights flashing, you must stop at least 20 feet away from the bus and wait until the lights stop flashing before proceeding. Question 3. In Wyoming, the legal limit for blood alcohol concentration, BAC, for drivers over 21 years of age is A. 0, 5%, B. 0, 8%, C. 0, 10%. Answer: B. 0, 8%. In Wyoming, the legal limit for blood alcohol concentration, BAC, for drivers over 21 years of age is 0, 8%. Question 4. When you see a flashing yellow traffic signal, you should A. Proceed with caution. B. Stop and wait for a green signal. C. Yield to oncoming traffic. Answer: A. Proceed with caution. A flashing yellow traffic signal means that you should proceed with caution, being alert to any potential hazards. Question 5. At a four-way stop, the vehicle that should go first is the one that A. Arrives first. B. Is on the left. C. Is on the right. Answer: A. Arrives first. At a four-way stop, the vehicle that arrives first has the right-of-way and should go first. If two vehicles arrive at the same time, the vehicle on the right has the right-of-way. Question 6. In a roundabout, you should A. Yield to vehicles already in the roundabout. B. Enter the roundabout without stopping. C. Stop before entering the roundabout. Answer: A. Yield to vehicles already in the roundabout. When entering a roundabout, you should yield to vehicles that are already in the roundabout and enter when it is safe to do so. Question 7. When parking uphill with a curb, you should turn your wheels A. Towards the curb. B. Away from the curb. C. Parallel to the curb. Answer: B. Away from the curb. When parking uphill with a curb, you should turn your wheels away from the curb. This way, if your vehicle starts to roll, it will roll into the curb and not into traffic. Question 8. The purpose of a rumble strip is to A. Alert drivers that they are approaching a construction zone. B. Indicate a change in speed limit. C. Warn drivers that they are drifting out of their lane. Answer: C. Warn drivers that they are drifting out of their lane. Rumble strips are a series of raised or grooved patterns on the roadway designed to create noise and vibration to alert drivers when they are drifting out of their lane. Question 9. A solid white line between lanes of traffic indicates A. A one-way street. B. That lane changes are prohibited. C. That lane changes are allowed. Answer: B. That lane changes are prohibited. A solid white line between lanes of traffic indicates that lane changes are not allowed in that area. Question 10. True or false? You may pass a vehicle on the right if they are waiting to turn left, and there is enough room to safely pass. Answer: True. You may pass a vehicle on the right if they are waiting to turn left, and there is enough room to safely pass, as long as you do not leave the roadway to do so. Question 11. A pedestrian using a white cane or guide dog is likely A. A police officer. B. A construction worker. C. Visually impaired. Answer: C. Visually impaired. A pedestrian using a white cane or guide dog is likely visually impaired. You should exercise caution and give them the right of way. Question 12. When you see a Do Not Enter sign, you should A. Enter the roadway if no other vehicles are approaching. B. Turn around or take a different route. C. Stop and wait for permission to enter. Answer. B. Turn around or take a different route. A do not enter sign indicates that you are not allowed to enter the roadway in that direction. You should turn around or find a different route. Question 13. True or false? You must always come to a complete stop at a yield sign. Answer. False. At a yield sign, you should slow down or stop if necessary to allow other vehicles to proceed. You do not have to come to a complete stop if the way is clear. Question 14. If you are involved in an accident, you must report it to the police if A. There are no injuries. B. The damage exceeds $1,000. C. The damage is less than $1,000. Answer. B. The damage exceeds $1,000. In Wyoming, you are required to report an accident to the police if there are injuries, fatalities, or if the damage to any vehicle or property exceeds $1,000. Question 15. When you see a red X signal above a lane, you should A. Merge into that lane. B. Not drive in that lane. C. Drive in that lane only if there are no other vehicles. Answer. B. Not drive in that lane. A red X signal above a lane indicates that the lane is closed and you should not drive in it. Question 16. When making a left turn at an intersection, you should A. Yield to oncoming traffic. B. Turn into the left lane of the road you are entering. C. Turn into the right lane of the road you are entering. Answer. A. Yield to oncoming traffic. When making a left turn at an intersection, you should yield to oncoming traffic and turn into the appropriate lane when it is safe to do so. Question 17. True or false? You should use your high beam headlights when driving in fog. Answer. False. You should not use your high beam headlights in fog, as they can cause glare and reduce visibility. Instead, use your low beam headlights or fog lights. Question 18. When driving in a school zone, you should A. Speed up to pass other vehicles. B. Slow down and watch for children. C. Maintain your normal speed. Answer. B. Slow down and watch for children. When driving in a school zone, you should slow down, watch for children, and obey any posted speed limits. Question 19. What does a flashing red traffic signal mean? A. Stop and proceed when it is safe to do so. B. Yield to oncoming traffic. C. Proceed with caution. Answer. A. Stop and proceed when it is safe to do so. A flashing red traffic signal means that you should treat the intersection as a stop sign, coming to a complete stop and proceeding when it is safe to do so. Question 20. What should you do if your vehicle starts to hydroplane? A. Slam on the brakes. B. Accelerate quickly. C. Ease off the gas and steer in the direction you want to go. Answer. C. Ease off the gas and steer in the direction you want to go. If your vehicle starts to hydroplane, you should gently ease off the gas, avoid making sudden turns or slamming on the brakes, and steer in the direction you want to go. Question 21. True or false? You should use your horn to alert other drivers if they are driving too slowly. Answer. False. You should only use your horn to alert other drivers of your presence in a situation where it is necessary to avoid an accident or collision. Question 22. When driving in heavy rain, you should A. Turn on your hazard lights. B. Increase your following distance. C. Maintain your normal speed. Answer. B. Increase your following distance. When driving in heavy rain, you should increase your following distance, reduce your speed, and use your headlights to improve visibility. Question 23. When driving on a multi-lane highway, you should use the left lane for A. Passing slower vehicles. B. Traveling at the speed limit. C. Exiting the highway. Answer. A. Passing slower vehicles. On a multi-lane highway, the left lane is typically reserved for passing slower vehicles. You should move back to the right lane after passing. Question 24. True or false? It is illegal to pass a vehicle on the right if they are waiting to turn left. Answer: false. It is legal to pass a vehicle on the right if they are waiting to turn left, as long as you do not leave the roadway to do so, and there is enough room to safely pass. Question 25. The minimum following distance you should maintain in normal driving conditions is A. 1 second, B. 2 seconds, C. 3 seconds. Answer: C. 3 seconds. In normal driving conditions, you should maintain a following distance of at least 3 seconds behind the vehicle in front of you. This allows you time to react and avoid a collision if the vehicle ahead suddenly stops or slows down. Question 26. When driving at night, you should A. Use your high beam headlights whenever possible. B. Dim your headlights when approaching oncoming traffic. C. Both A and B. Answer: C. Both A and B. When driving at night, you should use your high beam headlights whenever possible to improve visibility. However, you should dim your headlights when approaching oncoming traffic or when following another vehicle closely to avoid blinding other drivers. Question 27. A broken yellow line between lanes of traffic indicates A. A one-way street. B. That passing is allowed. C. That passing is not allowed. Answer: B. That passing is allowed. A broken yellow line between lanes of traffic indicates that passing is allowed when it is safe to do so. Question 28. True or false? You should never back up in a roundabout. Answer: true. You should never back up in a roundabout. If you miss your exit, continue around the roundabout until you reach the desired exit again. Question 29. What does a yellow diamond-shaped sign with a black T on it indicate? A. A no passing zone. B. A T intersection ahead. C. A railroad crossing ahead. Answer: B. A T intersection ahead. A yellow diamond-shaped sign with a black T on it indicates that there is a T intersection ahead, and you should be prepared to yield or stop as required. Question 30. If you are driving on a 2-lane road with a solid yellow line and a broken yellow line between lanes, you may pass. A. Only if the broken yellow line is on your side of the road. B. Only if the solid yellow line is on your side of the road. C. At any time, regardless of the lines. Answer: A. Only if the broken yellow line is on your side of the road. If there is a solid yellow line and a broken yellow line between lanes, you may pass only if the broken yellow line is on your side of the road. Question 31. When approaching a curve, you should A. Slow down before entering the curve. B. Maintain your speed and brake while in the curve. C. Accelerate as you enter the curve. Answer: A. Slow down before entering the curve. When approaching a curve, you should slow down before entering the curve and maintain a safe, steady speed throughout the curve. Question 32. True or false? You should use your turn signal when changing lanes. Answer: true. You should always use your turn signal when changing lanes to let other drivers know your intentions. Question 33. When exiting a highway, you should A. Maintain your speed until you are completely off the highway. B. Slow down on the exit ramp. C. Slow down in the travel lane before moving to the exit ramp. Answer: B. Slow down on the exit ramp. When exiting a highway, you should maintain your speed while in the travel lane, signal your intention to exit, move to the exit ramp, and then slow down as you approach the end of the ramp. Question 34. When approaching a railroad crossing, you should A. Slow down and look both ways for approaching trains. B. Maintain your speed and rely on warning signals. C. Accelerate to cross the tracks quickly. Answer: A. Slow down and look both ways for approaching trains. When approaching a railroad crossing, you should slow down, look both ways for approaching trains, and be prepared to stop if necessary. Question 35. If you see a slippery when wet sign, you should A. Slow down and increase your following distance. B. Maintain your normal speed and following distance. C. Speed up to pass other vehicles. Answer: A. Slow down and increase your following distance. If you see a slippery when wet sign, you should slow down and increase your following distance, as the road may be slick when wet. Question 36. True or false? Bicyclists are required to obey the same traffic laws as motor vehicles. Answer: true. Bicyclists are required to obey the same traffic laws as motor vehicles, including stopping at stop signs and red lights, yielding the right of way, and signaling turns. Question 37. When is it legal to make a U-turn in Wyoming? A. At any intersection, unless a sign prohibits it. B. Only at intersections with a green arrow signal. C. Only on divided highways. Answer: A. At any intersection, unless a sign prohibits it. In Wyoming, it is generally legal to make a U-turn at any intersection, unless a sign prohibits it or is otherwise unsafe to do so. Question 38. True or false? You should always use your emergency brake when parking on a hill. Answer: false. While using your emergency brake when parking on a hill can provide additional security, it is not always required. You should turn your wheels toward the curb or away from it, depending on the direction of the hill, and put your vehicle in park or in gear for manual transmissions. Question 39. If an emergency vehicle with flashing lights and sirens is approaching from behind, you should: A. Speed up and move to the right. B. Slow down and move to the right. C. Pull over to the left and stop. Answer: B. Slow down and move to the right. If an emergency vehicle with flashing lights and sirens is approaching from behind, you should slow down, move to the right side of the road, and come to a complete stop, if possible, to allow the emergency vehicle to pass. Question 40. When is it legal to drive in the left lane of a multi-lane highway? A. When passing slower vehicles. B. When traveling at the speed limit. C. When there is no traffic in the right lane. Answer: A. When passing slower vehicles. On a multi-lane highway, the left lane is typically reserved for passing slower vehicles. You should move back to the right lane after passing. Question 41. True or false? If you are involved in a crash, you should move your vehicle out of the travel lanes if it is safe to do so. Answer: true. If you are involved in a crash and your vehicle can be moved, you should move it out of the travel lanes to prevent further accidents and keep traffic flowing. Question 42. When parallel parking, you should park your vehicle within blank inches of the curb. A. 6. B. 12. C. 18. Answer: B. 12. When parallel parking, you should park your vehicle within 12 inches of the curb. Question 43. When passing a large truck, you should: A. Accelerate quickly and pass on the right. B. Pass on the left and avoid lingering in the truck's blind spots. C. Slow down and stay behind the truck. Answer: B. Pass on the left and avoid lingering in the truck's blind spots. When passing a large truck, you should pass on the left side, as the driver's blind spots are smaller on that side. Be sure to accelerate and avoid lingering in the truck's blind spots. Question 44. True or false? You should always use your turn signal when entering a roundabout. Answer: false. You should not use your turn signal when entering a roundabout. However, you should signal your intention to exit the roundabout as you approach your desired exit. Question 45. A green arrow traffic signal indicates: A. You must stop and wait for a solid green signal. B. You may proceed in the direction of the arrow if it is safe to do so. C. You must yield to oncoming traffic before proceeding. Answer: B. You may proceed in the direction of the arrow if it is safe to do so. A green arrow traffic signal indicates that you have the right of way and may proceed in the direction of the arrow, as long as it is safe to do so and you have properly yielded to any pedestrians or other traffic as required. Question 46. What does a yellow diamond-shaped sign with a black curved arrow and smaller arrow pointing down indicate? A. A sharp curve ahead with a steep hill. B. A winding road ahead with a side road. C. A curve ahead with an advisory speed limit. Answer C. A curve ahead with an advisory speed limit. A yellow diamond-shaped sign with a black curved arrow and a smaller arrow pointing down indicates that there is a curve ahead, and the smaller arrow shows the advisory speed limit for that curve. Question 47. True or false? It is legal to use a cell phone while driving as long as you are using a hands-free device. Answer: true. It is generally legal to use a cell phone while driving if you are using a hands-free device. However, some jurisdictions may have stricter laws, so it's important to be aware of local regulations. Question 48. When approaching a school bus with flashing red lights, you must A. Slow down and proceed with caution. B. Stop at least 20 feet away from the bus. C. Pass the bus on the left. Answer: B. Stop at least 20 feet away from the bus. When approaching a school bus with flashing red lights, you must stop at least 20 feet away from the bus and remain stopped until the bus turns off its red lights and resumes motion. Question 49. A driver who has consumed alcohol is considered legally impaired if their blood alcohol concentration, BAC, is at least A. 0, 2%, B. 0, 8%, C. 0, 15%. Answer: B. 0, 8%. A driver is considered legally impaired if their blood alcohol concentration, BAC, is at least 0, 8%, although impairment can occur at lower levels, and the legal limit may be lower for specific categories of drivers, such as commercial drivers or those under the legal drinking age. Question 50. True or false? You must come to a complete stop at a yield sign if there is cross traffic. Answer: true. At a yield sign, you must come to a complete stop if there is cross traffic that has the right of way. You should only proceed when it is safe to do so.